my brothers, my sisters, my kings, my queens. Hello, 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 family. Give all honor to the Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all things, source within. Thank you for checking back with your sister. I hope many of you are having an awesome, beautiful day, an awesome, beautiful Sunday, shall I say. Real quick, had an awesome, beautiful experience last night. My mom had an awesome, beautiful experience last night. We pretty much were like on the same spiritual synchronicity, just having similar experiences. She had every now and then she would come to me and she would tell me about some of her experiences that is considered taboo. Like I said, last night my mom said her eyes were closed, and this happened in the middle of the night. And all of a sudden, she became conscious and aware while her eyes were closed. She was seeing, she was in a space of complete darkness. And then she started seeing a light. She started seeing a light in the distance. And within that light that she was seeing, she said, for some reason, she said, I wasn't scared. She said, I wasn't scared. And she said, I was just observing. I said, yeah, I hear you. I said, go ahead. And she was like, and all of a sudden, I was just fascinated with that light. It was around like a ball light at a distance. And all of a sudden, light just shot out. I started seeing light beams just flying around. And I started smiling. I said, oh, yeah, really, Mom? And she know I have told her this before in the past. I have had these experiences. So it felt real good. It was confirmation. Because she has experienced this before. But before, she was experiencing like the spirals, it was like black and white spirals that was coming towards her. And she said all of a sudden, when she started seeing these like light beams that was shooting from that light, they all like shot all around her. And she said then they all was like going in a circle, like in a spiral circle. Then she started seeing that black and white spiral. And then the closer it got to her, and then it just faded out. But she said that was the most beautiful experience she ever had encountered within herself when both of her eyes were closed and she was seeing with this eye. She said it was the most beautiful, calm experience ever. And I was letting her know last night. I said, Mom, well, with me, I said on my left, I said last night I was seeing darkness, and on my right I was seeing light, which is very interesting. And then all of a sudden, the darkness that was on the left started moving over to the right, and then as it was moving over to the right, I started seeing a swirling effect. Of black and white, black and white, black and white. And then all of a sudden, these shapes start changing, and it's like they were shift shaping to different geometrical shapes. It was just beautiful, family. It was just beautiful, so peaceful. Words cannot explain, but I'll let her know her experience, my experience was a little different, but we were both was having this experience, and it was just beautiful, So the only reason I'm talking about it, I want to know, had many of you had experienced something last night, something similar to this? Please share whatever your experiences are. All right, family, I went ahead and changed rooms. My little queen had came in, and sometimes she, distracts mommy. But anyway, like I was saying, if many of you have noticed any kind of, synchronicity to what your sister was speaking about, seeing this spiritual phenomena, let me just assure you, it's nothing to fear. Like I said in the Word, Christ speaks about a lot of parables. There are a lot of parables that's in the Word, and the Psalms speaks in parables as well. All right, if you're spiritual, and what I mean, not so much just believing in spiritual things, but having an experience. All right, it's a difference. Okay, but you understand the words come out of my mouth. Like for instance, in Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. But thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anoint my head with oil, till my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Now, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me while you are in the valley of the shadow of death. That's pretty much what many of us are experiencing when we are in this complete darkness. And like I said, darkness is not bad, all right? But you do have a light that's within you that will if you expand it, you can see your way more clearly. You can navigate, shall I say, more clearly. But if you just in complete darkness, period, and you can't see your way, how great is that darkness? All right, and that's what the word be talking about when they speak about let the eye be single. So from that metaphor, many of you do get what your sister is saying. It's talking about this eye. Let these eyes be single. When you shut these two eyes off, you're seeing with this eye, all right? This eye is just really telling you what's really going on, all right? In the spirit realm. And you also can see, I'm going to say it like this. The mystery of the kingdom is limitless, all right? One cannot put a number on it. It's limitless. The Most High God, that's what he do. He creates, all right? And his rod and staff are many, but I call them light beings. That's what I call them, because I'm seeing the spark of source that comes around. And not only do you see light, you feel love, all right? And if you feel the presence of love, okay? So it's not just the light only. You also feel the presence of love, okay? That surpasses all understanding. I mean, words cannot really describe the love that you feel when this light hits you, okay? And when you see it. But when, like I said, if many of you do understand what your sister is saying when it comes to the valley of the shadow of death, and you are in this space, there are times you're going to be in this space and you won't see no people, okay? You'll just be able to witness. You'll be able to witness and have your own testimony of seeing this, all right? With that which the word speaks about when it comes to Psalms 23. You will be in this dark space and you will see that. They call it a tunnel, all right? The light that's in the distance. You will see it, and you might see a phenomenon as well as seeing light shooting from it. The Most High God, rod his staff. I call them light beings, all right? That may not be the political term for them, but that's what I call them. And they will shoot out from this light, all right? And they will comfort you. They would come around you, and if you're someone that's you're intrigued and you're not operating in fear, period, just their presence alone will comfort you and give you a sense of peace and joy and comfort, all right? And you know that you are divinely loved, protected, and guided, all right? Just the presence alone of source that surrounds you. Many of you, when you're in this space, you might see people, all right? They might be shaded looking. They're not well lit, but they're shaded looking enough to where they are lit up enough to where you can see them, all right? And you will see them pretty much like as though they're walking around. Sometimes it looks like they're in limbo, walking around trying to find their way. And sometimes you might see them walking like in single file line, but they're just like they're walking behind each other, and a lot of times they don't even really notice you. For the most part, they don't notice you, but you see these people. And it's sort of, I know when I'm in this space, I sort of feel, I pick up a feeling of loss. One can't say limbo, basically trying to find their way. It's a weird space. It is definitely a weird space when you see it within yourself. But please know, when you are in this space, you are representing the Most High God. You are of light when you are in this space, okay? And that's why you are able to see, because you are spinning that light that's within you. Because if you are just in complete darkness, you can't really see that clearly. That's because you have not really expanded your light within. Due to ignorance, you don't know anything about that term, expand your light. That's all I'm saying. And I say that with love, because there's a time when I was in that realm, I wasn't expanding my light. And so I was not seeing any movement, all right, within myself. But once my higher self, has given me the knowledge of expand your light, okay, which we all have, we're all a part of source. I start to be able to see my way more clearly in that realm. And when you expand your light, it helps you to navigate. That's what I'm always talking about, and navigate. It helps you to navigate because you can see more clearly, period. But like I said, it's the grace and the mercy of the Most High God that we are able to experience this for such a time as this. And a lot of this that we are experiencing, it goes back to, like I said, a lot of people talking about they're waiting on Christ, but Christ is already here. Christ is within us, when you go within yourself and you get to that place of coming to this inner knowing and Christ, knowing that Christ is within you, and you also, you have to say this, you also exercise the word, all right, which is your spiritual meat, all right, is oil in your lamp, all right. This will help you to quicken your spirit on the inside to where you can see more clearly as well, all right. I know it has helped me a lot to see within these higher realms. Had I not been quoting scriptures and being diligently seeking him, seeking his face, there's no way I believe I would have been able to see these higher realms. I'm just giving credit to the Most High God and to Christ, because, like I said, when I wasn't quoting scriptures, and I don't think it really depends on which scriptures, just scriptures, period. When I wasn't quoting them within myself, I wasn't seeing those higher realms. I'm just going to be honest with you, family. You are able to go up in higher realms, but there are higher realms, all right. Like I said, it's the mystery of the kingdom. It is the mystery of the kingdom, and you're not going to see it all. I'm not going to ever see it all, but what I have been able to see and experience, I share these experiences with many of you, because I want many of you to keep seeking, so shall you find, all right. The Most High God is no respecter of person. Just like my mom, you see how her third eye was able to awaken to where she was able to have her own experiences. She was seeing in this space of the valley of the shadow of death herself. And many people cannot testify to this because they have not seen it, all right? But if you've seen it, you get it. This is spiritual talk to where one has had an experience, all right? And you can relate to those parables, all right? You can relate to Psalms 23, okay? As well as Psalm 91, which is the prayer of protection. My favorite one that I love is, I love Isaiah, I think it's Isaiah 43. Isaiah 43. That's my favorite one, and I know it by heart. I'm always quoting that when I'm in meditations, and I know when I'm quoting that scripture, and I'm not saying that's the only one. There are many scriptures, but when I'm quoting that, it doesn't take me long to light up. It does not take me long to light up, and I'm going to share this on another day, because it's something else I want to share with many of you. But all information is not good information. Many people watch me for many reasons, and my highest have already let me know there are people who are watching me. Okay, most people who speak on certain topics, there are going to be agents, all right? And also you're going to have people who just jealous of you, who don't like you, but they watch you for whatever reason, and I get that, and then you have people who, like I said, they don't like you, and they might leave crazy comments. And I'm not speaking of like any current videos that I may have done, but in the past I've done videos and trying to help people as far as sharing my experience, my testimony, and it will always be that one or that two that we go to the left instead of to the right, and they consider me as a witch, and I'm like, wow, but these are people who are really religious, and they don't have no kind of experience. So they see what they see, but I am not what they say. I am what I say. You are whose you say you are, all right? And that's what matters. And when we fall into the trap of acting on what people say that we are, and it's all said and done, people have the right to have their own thoughts and their own opinions about you. It's whose you say you are, and if you know that which you say you are, you won't act on the titles that people give you because you know whose you are. But it's when you act on it, you operating in that vibration and lowering your vibration, and you coming up in the way that they say that you are. So love people from a distance, and that's what I do. But it's sad because those same people who wasn't feeling me then, but they keep watching me, and you'd be surprised how they would eventually come around and they will start asking me questions, cause all of a sudden they're having experiences. So be mindful how we treat each other. And I had to learn this lesson myself. Be mindful how you treat each other, because you never know. You got to come back and to that sister or that brother and ask them a question, especially when you start having your own experiences, and I said that with love. I really do, because this is something I had to learn myself, and it keeps me humble, it keeps me in check when I notice how other people come off on me. I'm like, wow, I've seen that before, so I know where that's coming from. And like I said, anytime you're trying to, be a light, here come these, spirits that jump in people to try to attack you, so it is what it is, but I love people from where they are. Everybody's not going to get you, and that's okay. But for those who do get your sister, I appreciate you. I really do, and I thank you. And I pray that whatever the words come out of my mouth, that you receive it with love, and it's helping you. It's helping you, and that's all I ask. It's helping you. And there was more that I was going to speak about as far as the things that I have seen when I meditate in the scriptures, but I'm going to hold off a little bit. I feel the need to hold my tongue for right now. But please know there's nothing new under the sun, all right? Christ, his spirit is poured out upon all flesh. Many are called, few are chosen, okay? For those who are seeking, they are going to find, all right? Christ is within you. He will meet you on this inside. For those who choose to seek him out, all right, because he does exist. The spirit realm acknowledges Christ Jesus, all right? Whether you want to say Yeshua, fine, but the spirit realm acknowledge him, and that's good enough for me. It's not what man say, all right? I go by what on the inside is saying, what this is saying. This is what I go by, okay? So I love y'all in Christ. And for those who are living in California, from the least to the great, all right? 'Cause Most High God love us all. I pray that many of you are safe and sound, and that the Most High God will be with you and cover you and protect you, all right? And that many of you will get back on your feet, all right? 'Cause my heart do go out to many of you. Unfortunately, there's some things that I have learned, but I'm going to watch what I say, okay? Watch what I say, but many of you can read between the lines. Those fires, they were not, shall I say, an accident, okay? With those fires, let me just say this, because many of you know already, okay? I ain't telling what you don't already know, but if you want confirmation, yes, those fires are pretty much, because I meditated on it, those fires are pretty much, there's an agenda behind it, all right? And it's also due to them experimenting with advanced, well-known technology, all right? And you can do your own research from there, all right? Or I invite many of you to go within yourself to get your answers, all right? Because you will get it. If you diligently seek it out, you will get it. But that area, for some reason, it's been targeted for other means, shall I say, an agenda behind it. That's all I'm going to say. When it comes to agenda, it's pretty much a rabbit hole. And my definition of a rabbit hole is, you have the bottom, you got the middle, you got the top, okay? And for some reason, the top is never really blamed, because the top is always paying people off, and the rabbit holes runs deep, okay? So it comes to like shadow government. One would never be able to really get a pinpoint on who's actually, shall I say, giving out the orders, shall I say. But when you know about spiritual wickedness in high places, well, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? And then a lot of people are easily to be paid off to run tasks and agendas. Sadly, people don't care about people. Like I said, I'm seeing a whole lot of lack of compassionate, and it's all about the money, all right? It's not the money that's evil. It is the love of the money and the thing that people would do. That's the sad part, all right? That's due to lack of compassion, and you're thinking about self, all right? But karma is a bitch, and it will seek them out. Okay, please know this, all right? It will seek them out. So in a way, I have compassion for them, because they don't know what they do. Because they did know, they would not do the things that they do. They would not do the things that they do. But anyway, I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to speak on real quick? But getting back to the fire, that's not due to arsenic. No, those fires are spread like miles. I mean, and notice how it hit a certain location. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it's no accident, family. And they just let you know. They just let you know how far we've come with technology. How they can use it towards people, as well as they can use it to target certain locations, all right? Just like they can control the weather, all right? They also can use this certain technology to burn up certain locations, all right? So that's all I want to say, for their own hidden agenda. I was out walking today, getting some fresh air, exercising, and I had noticed the sun, and on each side I saw like rainbows, beautiful rainbows. I'm going to show it to you. You'll see it as I'm speaking about it right now. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you real quick. But let me just say this real quick. When many of you are, like I said, due to these waves, they're constantly ongoing. They're constantly ongoing, all right? Due to these waves, all right? Because everybody is starting to experience these waves for themselves, all right? And it's going to be different for everybody. But when you start seeing these colors and these rainbows of waves, all right? Please know it's not so much outside of you. These waves are flowing through you, all right? So rejoice, rejoice. But there's a little consequences now when these waves are hitting you, all right? Depending on where you are vibration. Okay, my phone shut off. Let me hurry up and say this real quick. As these waves come in, all right, due to where you are vibrationally, please know that it's going to affect many of you moves, all right, your thought patterns. See it for what it is. Purge, own your thoughts, own your mood, all right, and try to love yourself through it, all right. Love yourself through it. Say, I love myself, I forgive myself, and own your shit, all right. Own it, because that's part of maturity, all right. And it also going to help you to heal as well, all right. So that's all I want to say. Because for us to get to a certain place that we've never been, you got to detach, all right? Detach those old thoughts, those old emotions that no longer serve you for your highest good, all right? Because you cannot operate in a higher frequency and hold on to those old thought patterns and those old emotions that no longer serve you, all right? So keep that in mind. But when you see these beautiful lights, family, rejoice, because these lights are also flowing through you, all right? As you look at outside of yourself, it just a mirror image of that which is flowing through you, or a mirror image of that which is going on inside of you. That's all I want to say, okay? So those pictures I was showing, yes indeed, I was seeing them today. I rejoice. It's beautiful. Like I said, many of you going to start seeing beautiful colors in the sky, and when you are seeing them, I see it like this. You're not seeing these colors is in the third dimension or the fourth dimension. These colors are in the fifth dimension, all right? They're in the fifth dimension, so it's pretty much like these fifth energies, dimensions are flowing through you, all right? Go ahead, purge, do what you have to do, all right? But such a time as this that we are living in, it is an awesome time. I'm through talking, okay? I can always make another video at another time. I want you to know that I love you. I appreciate many of you, my sisters, my brothers in the spirit, and thank you for checking your sister out. And if you have any questions, leave them down there, all right? Because many of you know where I get my answers from. I have nothing to hide. I'm a child of the Most High God, child of the light, and I meditate, and I get my answers from within, acknowledging my higher self, all right? Which we all have. So thank you, family. Much love and good blessings to you all in abundance, and bye for now.